New construction homes look great online and are great for certain buyers, but there are a few things you as a purchaser should understand before signing a builder contract. Today, guys, we're going to talk about new construction right here in Spartanburg. I'm going to give you the pros, I'm going to give you the cons, and what builders don't always explain during the process. Let's start with the pros. It's a brand new house. Obvious, right? But important nonetheless. Everything from the flooring to the sheetrock in the ceiling is fresh off the press. That means cabinets, appliances, light fixtures, all brand new. You heard of the new car smell, right? I promise you a new home smells 10 times better. Another pro is that the majority of your larger home upkeep expenses like roof and HVAC replacement should be deferred out for many years. Most builders nowadays use architectural shingles for the roofs, which typically have a lifespan between 30 to 50 years. You combine that with the average HVAC unit lifespan being 10 to 15 years, and you could be looking up at a full decade before you ever have to face a major upkeep expense. The third pro is customization. Some production builders, not all but some, allow you to customize many elements of the home. Floor plans are typically set in stone, but you can still pick out things like your flooring, your paint colors, and your cabinets. This allows you to have a very modernized home that aesthetically fits you like a glove. The final and arguably the biggest pro, in my opinion, for new construction at the moment is incentives. Many builders currently offer incentives in the form of closing costs and rate buydowns. This means that the builder will pay all of the buyer's lender fees and attorney fees, and in some cases provide them a much lower mortgage rate than what can be attained by conventional means. These incentives are huge, especially for first-time home buyers, because they can save the purchaser thousands of dollars on upfront fees and then hundreds of dollars on their future mortgage payments. Two caveats here though, guys. Number one, builders usually require you to use their preferred lender and preferred closing attorney to be eligible for these incentives. Number two, I don't know how long this is going to last. Obviously, builders are using these incentives to increase demand and move their inventory, but if demand picks up naturally, it's only logical to expect these incentives to go away. Now let's get into the cons. Number one is upgrade costs. Upgrades can significantly increase the final price of a new build. What looks affordable at first can change quickly once selections are made. I'm sure many of you have walked through a model home in a new subdivision before. Typically that model has all of the bells and whistles that that builder offers, okay? And that's fine. They want to show that stuff off. But what happens is you fall in love with the way that home looks, only to find out that to get that same finished product, you're gonna have to add tens of thousands of dollars to the base price. A good way to avoid this is to ask the builder for a standard sheet and an upgrade pricing sheet up front. The standard sheet will tell you what the base price is for all of their floor plans, along with what features come with that base price, okay? Then you can consult the upgrade list to get a better idea of pricing on how many extra features you can actually afford. So the second con is building timelines, okay? Builders have nearly every aspect of new construction down to an exact science, but they can't control the weather. Inclement weather can delay construction timelines for weeks depending on severity. This can really throw a potential buyer off schedule, especially if that buyer has to sell their current home before purchasing their new one and they're trying to decide when to put their current home on the market. Other factors like material shortages and labor availability can also cause delays in build timelines. However, most builders are great at keeping buyers in the loop about these potential delays. It's just a best practice though to still take that proposed completion date with a grain of salt. So here's a couple of tips, guys, for navigating new construction. First, have a home inspection done. I can't emphasize this one enough. Independent inspections are still important even on brand new homes. No builder is perfect, and most are happy to fix any issues that come up on an inspection report once you notify them. The second tip is have representation. Builders' purchase contracts heavily favor the builder, so having your own real estate agent to represent you and negotiate on your behalf matters. You need someone who understands the process and is working in your best interest. And the third tip is to always consider resale value. Certain builders have better resale value than others, okay? Do your own research and ask your realtor about their opinion on this subject. Resale value can also vary greatly depending on location and how similar homes are in that neighborhood. If you find a subdivision you love, best practice is to go for a drive of the surrounding area and make sure you're comfortable with what you find. If you see any rock quarries or waste treatment plants, probably doesn't bode well for high resale value. Guys, new construction can be a great option for many buyers, but only if you understand the full picture. If you're considering a new build in Spartanburg, please reach out to us here at the Parker McGraw Group before signing anything. Having guidance early on can make a huge difference, and we are always, always, always happy to help.